What's going on, my paisanos? Welcome back to a brand new ooh, you can see the Radiator Springs logo on there. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Cars, a Video Game. Episode number, I'm pretty sure this is 4 now. In this part, we're actually going to be doing a couple of races, and we're going to go to Sarge's boot camp, which is actually one of the most amazing mini games in the game, because I thought it's really fun. But before we do that, we're going to do North Desert Dash. From what I can remember anyway.
Positively gilded. Too true.
They are loving my gold.
Now, why gold, my dear boy?
This is all about winning. You cannot take first place if you do not look the part.
Oh, and how do you know you can best us in the next competition?
Easy. I see you have silver on your rims.
He's got a point there.
Yeah, he definitely has silver on his rims. Definitely. But yeah, look at him freaking flexing his little things. These aren't really like villain race cars, honestly. Like they're just fine. And oh, did the game just crash? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Alright, so I don't know why the game crashed. Again, Xenia. But here we go. We got North Desert Dash. It's just basically another Radiator Springs race with these cars I like to flex, I guess. One thing I just realized, going back to like the menu, is that the game actually has, like, the game licensed like little car companies like Porsche and stuff like that. You can see it like on the main menu, like before, like the screen that you see before. What the freak? Hold up. What the heck is going on? What the hell? Okay, that was weird. I had to do a little thing to fix that. So hopefully we can actually catch up with these guys. I don't know why I didn't just pause the game to do that, but whatever. I love this freaking song. I love Best Looking Guy in Town. I actually legit played this in my car because I recently, again, just got a car. And I started like playing music in it. And one thing I really like doing is playing like video game songs. I don't really listen to a whole lot of modern music. I could not tell you what's popular right now, and I don't listen to it, and I honestly do not care. But I do like playing video game songs and stuff like that. And one thing I did actually play was like the Cars soundtrack. Like I know I played this song, Best Looking Guy in Town, like at night while I was driving, and it's a different experience at night. I love it. I definitely played Free Ride, and we haven't heard the song yet, but there is This Is What I Want. No, it's not This Is What I Want. The song is just called What I Want, and it's an amazing song. I love that song. It plays when it plays in Piston Cup races. I feel so awesome. And here, look at that. We actually caught up. I think he's using a boost though. See, like got really far up, and then I just overtook him. The weird thing is, in the Game Boy Advance version of Cars, there are actual like Piston Cup races. In the Piston Cup races, actually, I should say. Oh shit, that was cool. In the Piston Cup races, you can actually boost. There are like boost pads that you usually use in the regular races in the GBA version, but in the Piston Cup races, whoa! What the? Oh my god! Oh my god! Whoa! Okay, I like the boost, but I just killed someone. I just sent someone to hell. I just sent somebody down. Why? But no, there's if you what is it called? Like, is it like an overdraft? So if you're following somebody in a Piston Cup race for a long period of time, and you press a certain button, you can actually do a boost. You can press the R button to get like a boost in the GBA version. Like you follow like their overdraft, or you follow their car like closely. I don't know what to call it right now. I don't know. The word slipped my mind. But it's like you follow their turbulence and you get fast and you get a boost. And you can do that a lot in that race. The weird thing about it is that in that version of the game, Chick Hicks is actually the best character in the game, weirdly enough. For some reason, he's the fastest car even a lot faster than Lightning, and he's definitely like the most fun car to play with if you're just wanting to like, you know, boost past everything. That looks cool, kind of. I don't know why I keep going to the right like that though. Oh Jesus Christ! One thing that this game really does not like you doing is like flipping over. Oh shit. Because I'm telling you guys right now, it is next to impossible to flip over in this game. Unless some crazy shit like what happened to that car earlier in this race happens, there's basically no way for you to flip over. It is next to impossible. I just love this game's like feel. It really does feel like Cars a video game. I love it. This freaking music is so amazing. I don't know what it is. I think one of the things that really connects me with Cars is that back in the day when I was getting into Cars, I kind of lived in like a rural area. There was lots of dust, and it wasn't like this, but it was very rural. I'm used to growing up in like the city and stuff. But when I was like 6 to 7 years old, I lived with my cousins, and they kind of grew up in, they lived in like a rural area, like in a little small town. Not as small as this, again, but it was very rural. And every time I think about those times, I usually think of Cars because it's so very like relatable, because I was used to the big city like Lightning, and then you go to this rural area and it's like you realize what the real true necessities in life are, which is like family and friendship. And honestly, in all honesty, I don't know what type of person I would have been if I never stayed with my cousin like that. But anyway, origin story aside, now we have one of the most awesomest minigames ever, which is Sarge's Bootcamp. This is one of the most funnest minigames.
You were scheduled to be here at 1000, soldier.
Sarge, I'm not really a soldier.
You are now, Private 10.
Yes, sir?
I can't hear you, McQueen.
Yes, sir!
Better. Now, Doc said you are sorely in need of some formal off-road training. And by the looks of you, I'd say he's right. You're in my army now, son. So get down on your wheels and kiss the asphalt goodbye. Let's move it! Go, 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 go!
I think one of the coolest things about this game is they actually got every voice actor from the freaking movie to come here. They even got Owen Wilson, which usually he doesn't come back for stuff like this.
I didn't get my latte!
Have you ever even been off-road? I want you to wade into that mud. Eat that dirt.
Freaking Lightning's face.
Now, your first
What the freak?
task
That is masochistic as
double
fuck.
back and clear all
Well, not
obstacles.
masochistic. That's
Do
fucking
not falter.
insane.
Failure is not an option.
No faltering. Check.
So the reason why I love this minigame a lot is basically it's just a training course. Like, it's just an obstacle course, and you got to go through like 3 of them, and it's really, really fun. Now, I think for this, after this, we actually get another Pixar Cup race, and if we do, we'll race in it. Since, again, they're not that long and stuff like that. But this is awesome. So, I explained the jumping mechanic before. That's going to be very, very important. The power sliding, the tilting probably. The tilting will probably work with a little section like that. But, yeah. You know what's interesting? The Wii version is actually, of course, it integrates a lot of like motion controls, and the way that you jump in that is like you just flick the Wii remote, but you still use like the D-pad, which is weird, like in a 3D game, even if racing or not. But you still use like you just flick the Wii remote and you use the D-pad to turn and stuff. Actually, to be honest with you, next to the Xbox 360 version, the Wii version is actually the best looking version because of the lighting and stuff. I played the GameCube version the last time because I thought that was probably going to be the best looking version besides the Wii version or something, but it actually wasn't. To be honest, the worst looking version ever is actually the GameCube version. I have no idea why I played that for that Let's Play, but again, this is the reason why I'm redoing the Let's Play now. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking up. I think the GameCube version is the worst looking version, and then maybe the Xbox. then the PlayStation 2, then the Wii, then the Xbox 360 version. The PSP version is a kind of a completely different game, but that game looks amazing too. Like, I want to give like props to whoever made the PSP like a thing, because the PSP is awesome. I wish Sony still kind of made consoles, because I would have loved to see like a Sonic Rivals 3 or more Cars games or other games in general. In fact, Shantae is actually on the PS Vita. I still need to play that. But yeah. So that was the third lap of... Oh, fuck. Oh, we're on the third lap. Oh, shit. And those, like, little barrels look like they could explode, but they don't explode. That's weird. And also, I don't usually do this bad with this. Like, to be honest with you, I think I got, like, a recording curse. You know, the dreaded recording curse. If you're a YouTuber, you know what I'm talking about. But the recording curse. The best way to get through this section, slow down and just weave. Bob and weave. And honestly, it's reminding me of a lesson that this game used to teach me, is that you shouldn't always accelerate when you drift or when you do certain things. It's fine to slow down a little bit, I think. I'm not sure, because I know when you drift, you should slow down. But is that actually viable? Like, should you actually do that in racing games? Because I have a hard time drifting in stuff like Mario Kart or Crash. I usually just hold the accelerator button and then maybe slow down now, but... Okay, alright. That... I don't know why Lightning just started reversing.
Not bad. But now the course is different. It will require different skills. You will need to be agile, fit, athletic, and adaptable.
You've been reading my press, haven't you, Sarge? Although you left out sleek, charming, and dashing.
Goddamn.
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah, even though this is after the first movie, you know, Lightning is still Lightning, so just remember. It gets a lot more mature in the second movie, though. Which, again, I don't understand why people hate Cars 2. Like, one of the things that really baffles me out of everything and people's opinions and stuff is the absolute hatred towards Cars 2. I think a lot of it is just bias, because I think a lot of people didn't like, it seems like people don't really care for Cars that much in general. But, you know, it's like Cars 2 was apparently, like, a lot of people hated that movie, and that's the one Pixar movie that was bad. And I've always been so confused. Like, I know I watched that movie when I was like 10 or 11, but it was such a great movie to me. Like, sure, it wasn't like Cars 1 with like all the races. I mean, there were still races in Cars 2. Oh, Jesus. All right, we're gonna ignore that. It'd be fun if, you know, I didn't ignore it. Anyway, but I don't understand like the hate towards Cars 2. It might not have been exactly like Cars 1, but I liked the friendship with Mater and Lightning being tested, and the fact that it was a little like it was a spy movie. It was actually really cool seeing it, and it looked great. Like, I don't understand the hate for Cars 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys right now. I just think people just don't like people making movies about sentient cars. It doesn't make any sense. And any explanation I've ever heard of why they don't like cars just sounds petty and completely biased to me. Like, if you don't like cars, just say it. You don't gotta like cars, but I don't think that's something to say like, oh, this is bad. Cars 2 kind of like started like the whole Disney sequel thing anyway, so it wasn't like it was like the market was oversaturated with like sequels and stuff at that time. That's not even a problem at that time, but this part is weird. The barbed wire like keeps you down. It's weird, but yeah. But then there's Cars 3, which don't really get me started on that. I mean, I won't spoil it, but the only problem I have with that movie really is the ending. And honestly, some other things. I don't even think that movie was directed by like the person who needed to be directing it. Oh my god. Hey dude, I'm writing on the wall. Just like how it was in the movie. Remember that? You can't actually like you can't tilt on walls, unfortunately, in this game, like how Lightning did in the first Piston Cup race in the first game. I mean, the first movie. It'd be cool, but you can't do that. But yeah. This is probably the part where I explain why Wreck-It Ralph is my favorite movie instead of Cars. But nope, you're gonna have to watch the review or the small retrospective on it that I'm doing on my main channel. All I'll say is that Wreck-It Ralph just does it for me. Okay, like I love cars, I love going fast and all that stuff, but Wreck-It Ralph, it just hugs my soul. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a movie that hugs my soul. Hey. I don't know why I just stopped like that.
All right. One last test.
Muscle? Cars have muscle? Okay, let me stop.
All of your cunning. I want horsepower. I want focus. I want ingenuity, agility, and endurance.
I want some coolant.
Move it!
So this is the last, basically like quote-unquote race. And it's definitely the longest one and the most challenging one, because now you're going to have to jump over longer and yeah, see, I messed that up. I don't know how I did that, but you're going to have to jump over longer distances, more obstacles, and if you've seen how it's been progressing harder and harder, this really shouldn't be no surprise. Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard to drift in that section. I don't know why. Whoa. I do like this. This is probably my favorite obstacle course because it's so challenging. I just have to learn to slow the fuck down. I literally was like just talking just a little while ago, just saying, this is the one that shows me that you shouldn't always accelerate. And I'm obviously not taking my own advice and the teachings that I've learned. Oh shit, and there's this part too. This part's kind of fucked. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. Again, do not always accelerate. You might mess yourself up like I'm doing right now. Oh my god. I forgot I got a boost button. It's a shame what happened to what's the guy's name who one of the co-founders of Pixar, like forgot his name. But he's the guy that apparently did some stuff and was fired for, and he was one of the main creators of Cars. Holy shit! Okay. There's some weird things happening in this Let's Play, I swear. But, it's a shame what happened to him, because, I mean, he really did make Cars. You know, like, a lot of that guy was in Cars. And, it's a shame. You know, it's one of those lessons on, like, why sometimes it's probably best not to meet your heroes. You know, because I still look at that, I'm just like, what the heck? Like, why you, out of all people, do you have this crazy cursed information about you of doing what you did? Now, I honestly forgot what he did, but he definitely did something. In fact, I'm pretty sure he works at Blue Sky Studios now. Hey, he doesn't work with Pixar anymore because Disney was like, nah, fuck that. We can't do that around here. This is Disney! Which unfortunately is now a part of Pixar. In fact, actually, Pixar, Cars is actually the first time, was actually the start of when you know, they Disney acquired Pixar. It was around the time of Cars. I don't know if it was. I think it was after Cars came out or right before Cars came out or something. But yeah, before that, Disney and Pixar just kind of were cooperating for a while. Actually, didn't Steve Jobs make Pixar? I'm now remembering this. Oh shit, I only got 30 seconds left. Shit, hold up, I gotta speed up. Time to speed up! Fuck, can I do this? Oh yeah, we can do this. Yeah, even when I'm just blabbering about whatever I was talking about, I can still it's really easy to do this mission. It really is. You know what's weird? In the GameCube version and I think the PlayStation 2 version, it asks you like 2,000 times, like, do you want to save? Do you want to save? And eventually you'll be able to save. And it seems like we're not going to be able to do a piston cup race in this video.
You'd like nothing better than a hot car wash, a cool ration of fuel, and a nice shady garage.
Oh, yes, please.
Well, too bad. We're gonna go for a little drive.
So, I don't know why, but we're about to race Sarge for some reason. That flag looked 2D. It looked like a 2D pixel sprite or something. You know what the weirdest thing is? When I was growing up, I used to go to like a daycare, and I used to have this friend that was really into cars too. And he used to say that he used to have like cars on the Xbox. And I always thought he meant the original Xbox, but now looking back at it, I think he probably meant the Xbox 360 version, because it seemed like everybody else besides me had an Xbox 360. And that's just sad. I wanted an Xbox, like I didn't really want an Xbox 360, I take that back. I didn't want an Xbox 360 until I realized that Sonic Unleashed on the 360 was different than Sonic Unleashed on the PlayStation 2, which was the version I had. I always thought that the Wii version like had, like, I remember like growing up with that game and thinking like Sonic Unleashed, like I thought it was just Sonic Unleashed, like all the versions were the same. Then I see like images of like the Xbox 360 version. I see Sonic do some like different moves and stuff, and I'm like, oh, do you unlock those moves later on in the freaking PlayStation 2 version? And I was like, no, I've later found out that the PlayStation 2 version and the Xbox 360 version were two completely different games, kind of. I mean, it's basically like the same game, but it was different gameplay and stuff. So yeah, that was a huge error. But yeah, I grew up knowing that, and freaking, that was the reason why, the real reason why I wanted a 360. It wasn't even for cars. At that point, I got an Xbox 360 all the way back in like Christmas of 2010. That was back when I was like, I had just turned 10 years old. And you know, I was just like, I was not worried about cars at that time. Weirdly enough, if I still wanted to play cars, I just played the original one in the PlayStation 2, which I still have. I have the Wii version, I have the Xbox 360 version, and I have the PlayStation 2 version as well. It's a weird, surreal thing when I see this game in like old game stores. It's so weird. It's like Cars, the video game, because like, you know, the box art for this game looks a lot like the movie's box art or the movie's posters and stuff. It's like, oh, is this a game movie? I mean, technically it is, but yeah. So yeah, there's little shortcuts. The one thing about shortcuts is that you can usually see the shortcuts on the minimap. So I recommend for anyone who wants to do whoever wants to like know where they're going and stuff, or see where like the shortcuts are, just look on the minimap. It just shows you. Really convenient. I don't think a lot of video games do that. And again, a lot of racing games don't have minimaps, so whatever. What the fuck? What the shit? Yeah, if you get flipped upside down, there is no way for... Damn! Jesus Christ, Ramon. Jesus, like, what? What the fuck? Yeah, Ramon kind of deserved that. Like, why? God, I lost my train of thought. Freaking, was I talking about like box arts and stuff like that? I don't know. Anyway, so this is kind of a long race, not gonna lie. Like, this is one of the longest races in the game, and that means we're definitely not gonna be able to do a Piston Cup race in this episode. We're definitely gonna have to do it like next time. By the way, this game is actually not that long. I honestly could see myself beating this game in about like 10 parts. It's not a terribly long game. I mean, you can beat this game in about 2, 3, 4 hours. You could definitely beat it in like the span of a weekend. You could beat this game in about like 2 days. If you're really going crazy, like, yeah, like 4 couple hours, like whatever. But I don't usually play games for longer than 2 hours. Damn. Jesus Christ, what is up with you guys? They're so aggressive. And fucking Sheriff is dying. And I'm dying. Damn. Get out the way, Sarge. I'm winning this. I gotta get to the Piston Cup, dude. Oh my God. You know, as a 6-year-old who watched Cars, or a 5-year-old actually, I was 5 when the movie came out actually. As a 5-year-old who watched Cars, I know Owen Wilson. I think Owen Wilson being in Cars was like a big deal. The weird thing is though, I didn't know who Owen Wilson was when I first played this or watched Cars and stuff. About the way, so oh shit, it's bad. Damn, that was close. Yeah, this is definitely the hardest version. I have never like been that pressured before when I played this game, like ever. This is a weird experience. But yes, now we finally got a brand new Piston Cup race, which is our second one, Motor Speedway of the South. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do it in this episode. We're going to be doing it next time on the brand new episode of Cars, the video game. Pretty sure it's episode 5. But yeah. With that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next time, we're doing another Piston Cup race. So with that being said, if you guys like this video, and because like you saw and you want to see more, why not subscribe to the channel? I have a Twitter, which is KamPlays77, as well as a Discord. Link in the description down below, as well as the main channel, KamPlays. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night, everyone watching this, and as always, hasta